Sunday morning. Everybody's probably asleep. Everybody's probably asleep. That would be nice. I don't know what that's like. No shave winter. This thing's not gonna be touched until spring. No, maybe I gotta shape it a little bit, but I'm not touching it. I'm throwing it, baby. Good morning, whoever's here. At least if one or two people are awake right now. I figured it'd be a quiet chat. I was hoping for at least a handful of folks, but I forget. It's 9 o'clock here, then it's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. $7 o'clock. So it's still early in a lot of places. 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock is pretty late. 9 a.m. is pretty late for me anyway. I've already been awake for hours. Plus, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. We were in the woods until fairly late. Alex had to take off, though. He had to go home last night. Couldn't stay. He had some family stuff he had to do today, and he didn't want to have to drive back 3 hours this morning north, and then come back down south to Massachusetts, but the other side of Massachusetts for the family thing. So he left last night, went home, and then we left right after that. It was foggy up there. It was very creepy. I'm going to tell you that right away. It was incredibly creepy. The area itself, the woods at night are just creepy anyway, but this, we're walking down one of the paths on the mountain, and there's so many of them, and there's see 2 feet into them. And then it's like kind of tall grass, swampy area with like trees. And then then you got a view into the woods a bit, except for the fog was so thick in a lot of areas that it was just made it difficult. Sorry, this might go in and out. I'm trying my best here, but so the thermals worked really good in the beginning, and then as the fog continued and it started raining a bit, they stopped working well, and so we ran into the issue where everything just looked the same. Like it just started to look white because it was picking up on the moisture in the air. That's not to say that if like something comes into your view, if it's close enough at that point, you're going to get a heat signature. But it's got to be closer than normal because that moisture creates kind of a wall. My spotlight was amazing. That thing was incredible. So it's got a red filter, a yellow filter, and a green filter, and then it's got the white, normal white light. And we use the red for most of the time because that's usually what people use, and there's kind of a theory that it doesn't bother the animals as much. So we used that for most of the time. And then I switched to the green, and it was like you were looking through night vision goggles. I mean, legit. It cut through so much and lit up so much. It was friggin' awesome. So we used that. It was, the other part was like, because it was raining a little bit, and then it had, the fog was there for so long, and it had been kind of misty during the day even. We got all this moisture that accumulated on the trees and the leaves, and the wind on the mountain it wasn't terrible, but it would blow, and then when it would blow, it would cause all that moisture to start falling to the ground and hitting the leaf litter on the ground, so you just keep hearing the crunch, stuff hitting the ground, which is making it hard to hear. We had a lot like working against us, but I mean, we went out, we sat in those woods with no lights on, literally just sat there with no lights on, quietly just listening and trying to hear what we could and see if anything came close. A couple of times thought we heard some movement kind of like to my northwest, which would have been behind Mike Lucci, and to Alex's east, because we were all sitting in different areas, and I would hear it, and you had to be pretty loud to hear over the stuff falling onto the leaf litter. So I'd hear it for a minute, and then it would stop. And I kept thinking to myself, like, yeah, it's got to be the stuff falling from the trees. But then I hear it again, louder, and then it would stop. What the heck is going on? But it's just hard to say, like, because of all the background noise. What's up, Benny? How you doing, buddy? How you feeling, bro? Because of all the background noise, that ambient noise that was caused by all the moisture that had accumulated on the trees and the leaves during the day from the mist, and then the fog at night, the wind blowing and knocking all that stuff down, the whole time all you hear is that stuff hitting the leaf litter on the ground. So you're hearing the crunching like of it because there's so much of it, right? It sounds loud. If it was one raindrop or something falling on one leaf, it wouldn't be a big deal. But you're talking probably millions of drops falling on leaves throughout the forest. It becomes loud. And so what I heard, you had to listen, but it was hard to hear because you still have that ambient noise. But like, it was louder than that ambient noise, so I don't know. It was like it was so eerily silent. Besides that, you know, the rain stuff. It was, yo, what's up, Rev? What's going on, bro? Rev, I'm gonna make you a moderator on the channel, bro. Is that okay with you? I mean, there's not much you got to do, really. We don't get trolls or anything, but I want to make you a moderator on the channel, dude. So yeah, so the fog, the really thick fog, a little bit of rain, that we had that working against us. The stuff falling from the trees, the moisture that had accumulated during the day, falling off the trees onto the leaf litter, and then the rain hitting the leaf litter created a sound issue. The thermals didn't work well in that stuff. So we had stuff working against us, but we just stuck it out, man. We just stayed out there and did what we do. And interesting. Creepy. That's all I'll say. Creepy. It was not like being out in those New Hampshire woods. I think each place has its own vibe, right? And for good reason. They're different places, different vibes. Those New Hampshire woods, that spruce forest, had a like, I wouldn't say creepy, but it was like was like I mean, the woods at night are creepy regardless, period. But like that had more like this, like, I don't know how to describe it. Not ominous vibe. This place had this weird ominous vibe. Like Alex even said, like, I'm getting this creepy feeling, man. And yeah, it was weird, man. I'll tell you right now, we're gonna do a lot more in that area. It's so big, and there is nothing there. I mean, nothing. There's no houses. There's nothing. It's straight woods and mountains for like miles and miles and miles. It's insane. Good morning, Lady Wolf. So we're going to do a lot more in that area. We want to do a long-term study of that area along the Appalachian Trail. Game cameras, long-term audio recorders, and then obviously in-person investigations going back multiple times a year, collecting the evidence, the recorders and the cameras and all that stuff, and then doing an investigation, seeing what we get. Because that Appalachian Trail that runs right through there's so many reports that come from there, from hikers who see these things. And so it's a great spot to do it in. So that's the plan as of right now. We're probably going to work on a full documentary. Me and Lucci are going to probably work on a full documentary about it over the course of the next year. It's going to be a real like documentary, not like go out and film for a couple days and put a little short edited film together. No, this is going to be a legit documentary about that area. I think it's gonna be a promising area. I really do. You know, before the term Bigfoot was ever coined, before Peter Byrne found, footprints, and before Peter Byrne, what am I saying? Jerry Crew, before any of those guys and that term, before any of that, the reports came out of the East. That's where they came from first. They came from the East Coast first. And that was where the terms like hairy man, wild man, that's where they started. It was over here. Look up the Winstead wild man. That was one of the earliest reports of this thing or these things, and it's right out of this area in Connecticut. If they don't live there, they don't live anywhere. I promise you that. And all that's connected. That whole Taconic mountain range and the Berkshires is all connected. It all runs right together from eastern New York, western Connecticut, up Massachusetts, into New Hampshire. It's all connected. It's like it'd be like a throughway, a highway for them to travel if they wanted to. Oh, thank you, Lady Wolf. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm happy, man. It's been really fun. Really fun. I'm so happy that I got guys to go do this with now, like on a pretty regular basis. We all differ in theories and opinions on these things, but everybody's open-minded to it all. No one's shut down to anything. We do stick by our theories, but you got to have conviction in what you believe. But it doesn't mean we say like, no, that's not possible. No, that's not how any of us operate, which is wonderful. That's the way you have to be. And we all bring something different to the table, I think, which makes it really great. It's such a symbiotic thing that you're doing out there, and I think we work really well together, and it makes it so much fun too. Like, we just have a good time. We're out there in the woods looking for Sasquatch in the pitch black and the side of a mountain. It's fog you can't see through, creepy as all hell, and we're like quietly telling jokes in the forest and laughing. You gotta have a good time, man. If you're not having a good time, why do it, right? I mean, of course we take it seriously, but like, yeah, you're with friends. Like, enjoy yourself, and we do. We really do. So, it's. I think there's going to be a lot more to come. Like with this group of guys, I think the possibilities of investigations, research, film, documentaries, that stuff, I think the possibilities are just wide open. I really do. Did your feet stay dry? Yes, they did. They stayed dry. They stayed dry. I used all my new stuff. My feet stayed dry. I used my brand new spotlight that was crazy. That thing is amazing. I put a green filter on that thing towards the end. The white light just kind of lights the fog up, makes it harder to see. The red light is a little better than the white light, but I put the green filter on, and it was like you were looking through night vision goggles. It lit, it cut through that fog and lit everything up. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then I used the drone, flew the drone yesterday, got some really cool drone footage. That'll be in the film, or the whatever you want to call it, video. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It was interesting. I'll say that. So I'll probably have that done in the next couple days, and then put that out for you. I'll probably throw a couple shorts up, just in the meantime, just to give you a little taste of what it looked like out there at night. It's hard to film, like I don't have a night vision camera to film with, so I have to use the phone to film while I'm using like a flashlight or something to try to light the area up. So it's creepy looking, I'll tell you that. The vibe of the video is going to be creepy, because it's all like green light, red light, green light, go, and fog. It's just a creepy area. It just felt really ominous. Like you just get that feeling, and sometimes that like there's something there, and it's being so stealthy and just watching you from a distance, and you have no idea it's there really, and it could do whatever it wanted. Like that's how I felt. Like it was creepy. I always get nervous being out in places too. Like you go out to look for Bigfoot, doesn't mean that's what you're gonna find, right? Or that's something's gonna find you. It's like going bass fishing. This is what Lucy said last night. It's like going bass fishing, and you pull up a rainbow trout, right? You're going to catch bass, but the rainbow trout found your lure. So you're going to look for Bigfoot. Bigfoot might not be there. There might be something else there. And that's really the scary thought. Like, I don't want anything to do with that crazy shit Joe and Jesse have. I don't want anything to do with that. Demons and weird cryptid paranormal creatures. I don't want anything to do with that. Everything's going to stay the hell away. Bigfoot, yep, okay. That's what I'm out there for. I'm going to admit, I'll tell you, if one came close, I'd probably be scared as shit. But I push through. I admit it, I'm scared when I'm out there, but I just suck it up, man. Sack up, sack up and just do it. And yep, that's all. It's fun, man. I really enjoy it. I think what's to come, you guys are gonna really enjoy. So keep an eye out for the video in the next couple days. And I heard when we were out there, I heard something about. Did I hear right? Tennessee had like 7 tornadoes or some shit. Did I hear that right? Dewey said he lost power, and I asked him if he was okay, and then he didn't answer me, so like that worried me a bit. 7 tornadoes in Tennessee. Gosh darn it, that's terrible. that's terrible. Side note, we're very, so like where we were really close to the eastern border of New York. And then obviously Massachusetts, like where Connecticut, New York, and Massachusetts meet, all their borders, that's basically where we were. I'm giving it away now. We heard the craziest shit. I don't know what was going on. Off in the distance, we hear machine gun fire. It was da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then it would stop for da-da-da-da-da-da. And then this helicopter comes flying over real low and goes in that direction. And the whole time we're hearing sirens. I mean, like the whole time for over an hour, we're hearing sirens, machine gun fire, gunfire, and a helicopter. Like, I don't know what was going on. It sounded like what you would hear if like a mini war broke out somewhere close by. So anyone hear anything about like a shootout in New York State, or I don't know. It was crazy sounding. It was crazy. And we're out there like, we look at each other, we're like, what the hell is going on, man? There's like some militia out in the woods. Like, it was weird. It was very weird. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God, Tennessee, they're not like a big tornado state, right? I didn't think they got tornadoes like that. Am I really wrong? Cats. I got kitties to feed. Rev, you live down there? Right, I was gonna say I thought it was hilly enough out there that like, you know, they wouldn't be a big problem, because usually they need flat land to really ramp up and travel. Oh, you live, that's right, you live in Saw. We talked about this. The Saw. I love it. Did you guys get him there too? That whole front's coming up here. That whatever. Oh no, the shit we're getting is coming from the west. Yeah, never mind. What's Saw? Arkansas. That's Rev's nickname for Arkansas. The Saw. I love it. So yeah, interesting stuff, man. Really, really crazy area. Really crazy. And then all of a sudden we're walking. Okay, so I probably shouldn't say this. I don't know if this will get me in trouble, but we went to an area we weren't supposed to go to. We went to an area we weren't supposed to go to. And there were some trails, like, not like great trails, but like trail kind of, that were like not really, they were kind of like unmarked trails, I guess you could say. Went off into the woods, and we started following one, and then there was like a gate, And we were like, huh, that's interesting. And then we just kind of kept going, and we went into this hemlock forest that was really cool. You'll see that. That was a really cool area. And came upon this cabin in the woods. Like in the middle of nowhere. Like I guess you can rent it, which we were like in the middle of nowhere on this mountain. There's nothing there, nothing. We were like, we got to do that. We got to rent that cabin, and then we have a base of operations to run out of. To do, we could stay for 3 or 4 days if we wanted to, if we could get everyone together for that long. But yeah, interesting, very interesting. Just a lot of weird. There's a lot of strangeness to that area to me. I don't know. Parts of it looked like parts of New Hampshire. Other parts of it looked like what I've seen in video. Oklahoma. It's just an interesting area. It's got quite a bit of diversity as far as the fauna goes. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. So I'm not going near that thing. Are you kidding me? Hell no. But then you think about like Ape Canyon. They were in the cabin. These ape things attacked. There was the Vancouver Island one, right? That same thing happened. They were throwing rocks at the house. Somebody said they heard one jump on the roof. So maybe there's something to these cabins out in these desolate areas that these things get attracted to somehow. If it's for science, just do me a favor. If I happen to die in the process of trying to get you a cool video and some evidence, just memorialize me in a nice way. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Yeah, it's well, I'm looking into we're gonna look into the cabin. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to look it up when I get home and see what the deal is. Like, how do you go about renting it? Because you can't, like, it's not like it's like you have to walk through the woods to get there. So whatever stuff you have to hike it in quite a ways. This is not some cabin like off a road. It's like out in the woods, and there's no road, there's no nothing. There's a couple trails, but they're not great. So interesting, very interesting. That's all I'll say about that. What's the dealio? Yeah, places like that. I think sometimes they look at me sideways because I don't fit the parameters of what they're used to, like hunters and like wilder dudes from those areas. Like I look a little different. I talk a little different. Most people are very nice, but some people you can tell. Some of those backcountry guys look at you like, who's this dude? Who's this city slicker? Who's this city slicker here with the tattoos and the flat-brimmed hat? Well, I know this hat. I know my hats piss people off. People get so upset about the flat brim. I've had some people comment, "Curve the brim, please. Just curl it." And I say, no, that's not me. I gotta be me, darn it. Amen. No one should judge. You are absolutely correct. No one should. Far be it from me, that's for sure. I'm nice to everybody, like legit. I'm nice to everybody. Side note, the town that we went into to eat, Great Barrington, really neat little town, like really neat. They had this Christmas festival going on. They had this big parade, like Santa, elves, snowmen, lights, playing music, food trucks. Like, it was really cool. We ate at this place that was phenomenal. Oh my God, was it good? Oh, it was so good. You'd be surprised, Lady Wolf. You know, when you get real far up north into like New Hampshire and Maine, those folks up there are a lot like some of the old school deep Southerners. Like yeah, it's you get some of that old school mentality. Well, listen, I gotta hop off. I'm just getting to the cats. I gotta feed them, and then I gotta do some running around before I go home. But I'll probably drop some shorts later, so keep an eye out, and maybe I'll check back in later too. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for all your support. I truly, truly, truly love you guys. You're amazing. You make this such a fun thing for me, and I can't thank you enough. So I'll see you later. Oh, hold on. I'll show you the kitties real quick. I'll show you the kitties. Because they're here. They're waiting for me. Ready? Okay, let me turn you around. You meowing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello, baby girl. Hello, mama. Hi. I know I'm late. I'm usually here around 8:30. I said, wait. You sleeping in your house? You sleeping in your house? You a good girl? Grandpa is hanging out over there. Hi, Grampy. Hi, Bubba. What are you doing? He's hungry? Okay. Hey, meow. You hungry? Some dry food left. So here's what I got out for him here. There's one house there. This isn't really a house. This is just kind of I got to change that. I just put this out here so that they could like sit on top of it, go in if they want, but that's not going to keep them like warm or anything. And then this is her house right here. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. So that's her house there. You can see she's burrowed in that straw pretty good. Ready? Look at. Oh yeah, she's burrowed in there good. Yep, so that straw is really insulating. It keeps them really warm. And then this house itself is insulated. It's got, it's got this stuff is waterproof. And then behind there is a foil layer, like a insulated foam, and then another foil layer inside both sides, and then on the bottom too. Underneath it I have two foam insulation panels so that it keeps off the ground. It keeps the bottom insulated and warm too. So that's that. All right. No, she's fixed. Yeah, she's fixed. She's old. She's like 13. She's just chunky. She's really chunky. I put so much weight on her because she was so skinny when I found her when I moved here 6 years ago. I don't live here anymore. I come here twice a day now to feed them and take care of them. But she won't come to anybody. She only comes to me because for a year straight, I worked really hard at building a relationship with her. You can see she's got a little bit of skin issues. She like over licks because she gets stressed out in certain situations. So I've been giving her calming bites and then spraying that area down with antiseptic. It's gotten a lot better. But yeah, she's fixed. She's good to go. as far as that goes. There's Grampy. Are you drinking dirty water? Hey, get out of there. Come drink good water. Come here, baby. Come here. Don't drink that. That's gross. Come on. There's water over here, pal. Come on. Oh, God, I gotta refill the water. Damn it. I don't even think I have any. Yeah, she's my girl. I absolutely adore her. You have no idea. I adore her. She'll lay right in my lap and go to sleep. She won't do that with anybody else, just me. I've tried to bring her in. Not in. I've tried to, trap her before, but she's too smart. She won't do it. She won't go near the traps. So she's got her stuff. She's set up outside, and she stays warm. I keep her warm. I have heating pads in the houses too, and I have a big power bank, rechargeable power bank coming. I need to get 2 so that I can rotate them out. So there's one for there's one there all the time for the really cold days. I'm just going to try to put something over it to keep it waterproofed. And then that will run the 2 heating pads for the 2 houses. Yeah, he's a tough old guy. They're both tough, man. They're really tough. They've spent their whole lives outside. They've spent their whole life. Come here, Gramps. Come on, Bubs. Come eat, pal. You see all this food I got in here? Well, there's hand warmers, but this is all cat food in here. Wet food. Because we only feed them good stuff. We only feed them the good stuff. We don't give them the shit. We got ear mite treatments. They're taken care of, trust me. I do everything I can for them. It adds up, and it's tough sometimes, but I will go without giving myself a goddamn thing to make sure that they are fed and have what they need, and that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. I'm trying to find the... Come here, Grampy. Yeah, she's so sweet. I love her so much, but she could never be an indoor cat. It's been tried. She hates it. Absolutely hates it. She will go in... Hi, Bubba. Look at this guy. He's a slow blinker. Hey. Hey. Grampy boy. Grampy boy. I don't have treats today, pal. I'm all out. All my gear in here. I give him catnip too. I'll just throw it in their house and let them go play with it. But anyway, let me get out of here so I can get these guys fed. And yeah. Thank you for tuning in. You guys rock. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh, okay. Good to know. I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Peace. Hi, Mama. You hungry?